Two climbs today with a big contrast in rider experience. First up, the Rake. Short, savage and brutally steep, topping out at 25%. Then we head 15 miles west to Winter Hill, where the second half is closed to cars. It's peaceful, scenic and easily one of the best climbs to enjoy on two wheels in Lancashire. The Rake starts in the town of Ramsbottom, right in the heart of historic Lancashire. This climb is divided into three sections. This first section is steep, but it's not leg breaking yet, hovering around 12%. A good warm up for the leg breaking in the final section. Slowly make your way up past the historic looking stone houses and the Rose and Crown pub. The road then bends left into the easier middle section on a residential road. The gradient hovers between 5 and 10%. So giving your legs a chance to prepare for the final section. And trust me, you will not need me to point it out to you. It's extremely well signposted. No less than 3 25% road signs, just so you're fully aware of what your legs need to carry you up. Maybe it's one sign for each of the 3 times the Rake has hosted the National Hill Climb Championships in 1999, 2005 and 2012. This road gets so steep there's even a handrail on the right for walkers to pull themselves up. That tells you everything you need to know about this road.
That's cheating. You got a motor.
Under the tree shelter, the gradient drops from the 20s into the mid to high teens, keeping your heart rate very elevated. Look at mine in the top left corner, over 180 beats per minute.
Oh god.
Then, as you exit the trees, it eases off suddenly, dropping to 3% for the final few meters to the summit, right next to 2 more 25% road signs and the pub car park. Before we head 15 miles west to tackle the peaceful summit of Winter Hill, we've got to rate the Rake out of 20, but don't forget to leave your score out of 20 in the comments as well. First, difficulty. The Rake may be short, but your legs are in for a short sharp shock here, but mentally, be prepared to tap into your VO2 max here. 3.5 out of 5 for difficulty. Scenery. No lush green fields or towering mountain peaks here, but the historic character of the houses and the nearby church give it a bit of charm. 2 out of 5. Ride environment. Being in a densely populated area, there is definitely more car traffic than other climbs in this series. That said, I found it manageable. Cars and bikes seem to work around each other fairly well. The tarmac is mostly decent, but there is a bit under the trees which is rather rough. And at least it's not a high speed road. 2.5 out of 5. Satisfaction. The reputation of the Rake is massive in the northwest. It feels like a rite of passage for any road cyclist in this part of the country. With that local prestige combined with the sheer challenge, this climb is worth ticking off. But venture beyond Greater Manchester and you'll find bigger beasts to conquer. 3 out of 5 for satisfaction. We'll add all that up and check the climbed and rated league table at the end of the video. But for now, it's time for climb number 2, Winter Hill. The second half of Winter Hill is so good, but you've got to work hard in the first half to earn that reward. Firstly, you have to climb up the aptly named Foxholes Road for half a mile that averages 11.5%. The climbing starts on a 10% residential road and it's only going to get tougher. You'll quickly leave the houses behind and you'll be on a narrow winding road through the trees. The gradient stays in the low teens and occasionally creeps into the mid-teens, and the poor road surface makes it even harder. Potholes, gravels and bumps everywhere in the road. Eventually you turn right, pop out the trees and the gradient eases off. Take the next left, go around the lock gate, no cars beyond this point, and that's when you have officially earned your reward. A mile and a half of peaceful, traffic-free climbing. The first half a mile is still challenging, averaging 10% and ramping up to 17%. But once you cross the second cattle grid, the gradient drops to around 5% all the way to the summit, and you'll be able to spot the summit a mile away, signposted by the huge transmitter tower overhead. On your way up to the summit, enjoy the views all around you in this peaceful, quiet surrounding. It's genuinely lovely up here. I wish there was many more sections of road like this in the UK, especially closer to home for me in Birmingham, instead of travelling hours on the train to get to these great spots to ride my bike. Once you reach the summit of this dead-end road, take a picture with the large transmitter for your Strava post. Once you've done that, now it's time to turn around and experience the joy of descending this car-free road, which is great fun. Now we've climbed it, now it's time to rate Winter Hill out of 20. But don't forget to leave your score of 20 in the comments. Difficulty first. A tough start really takes it out of your legs early on, even making the easier gradients feel harder because of that fatigue. And at 2.5 miles long, it's definitely not a quick effort. 3.5 out of 5. Scenery. I'm focusing on the second half of this climb. It's great. Being at the highest point in the area gives you fantastic views across Greater Manchester and Lancashire. So we're going to score it high here. 4 out of 5. Ride environment. This one's tricky to score, with Foxholes Road at the start being rough, narrow, potholed and gravelly. I'd rate it 1 out of 5. But once you are through the gate and onto the closed road, it's a dream. Smooth, quiet and car free. Since the traffic free section makes up 2/3 of this climb, I'm going to give it 4 out of 5. Satisfaction. I felt very satisfied at the top of this climb on multiple fronts. You've got to work hard early on, then you get rewarded with a climb which just makes you smile. Due to there being no car traffic, great road surface and a beautiful scenic view. One to chat about and make your mates feel jealous on the next calf ride. 4 out of 5. That gives Winter Hill a total of 15.5 out of 20 and beating the Rake today, which scored 11 out of 20. That puts the Rake in 7th place and Winter Hill slides into 4th place on the climbed and rated league table. Fleet Moss in the Yorkshire Dales from the last episode remains in 1st place. Do you agree with these ratings for both climbs today, the Rake and Winter Hill? Comment your thoughts and ratings below. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next episode of this series, Climbed and Rated, which will be Wrynose Pass in the Lake District. But I won't just be going up one side of that climb, I'll be taking on both 25% sides of this beast, which is part of the Fred Whitton Sportive, which is less than a month away now, which I'll be riding for the first time this year. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time, up another climb on 2 wheels.